And next on our agenda actually is it's our supposed to be our first official speaker. Is Honorable Teresa Cox, and she's actually the trade advisor to the Obama administration. So, without further ado, I'm sure you have a long bios that you can introduce better yourself. So, please welcome Teresa Cox, Honorable Teresa Cox.
Good morning. Today has been I had a bad tech day. You know what a bad tech day is? I'm driving over here, my phone dies because I'm trying to look it up on the navigation map on my BlackBerry. Turn around and I go pull it up on my car with the GPS, the street doesn't exist. And I'm like somewhere in Sunnyvale driving till I found a Federal Express Kinko's and pulled up Google Maps to then be able to get step by step how to get here. So that's how I'm a little bit late, but better late than never, as they say. But you know what time it is today? It's Silicon Valley time. I am so excited to be here. I want to thank Chinny Hong for having me here today. We just met recently at another conference that was going on with Silicon Valley Bank, and I know my dear friend Lily Hong is here today. Is Lily here from Silicon Valley Bank? Well, she'll be here shortly. And, I just want to thank everyone that's responsible for putting on this conference today, because it's so important to have a technology conference. That's what it is. Today is Technology Day. And so I want to thank also all the wonderful firms that are here in Silicon Valley, because you're important in the entrepreneurship and the spirit of what we're carrying out here in Silicon Valley. I believe where businesses succeed, so do our communities. And one of the things is that I know we just celebrated Mother's Day last week. I'm a mother of two young children here that go to school around this area. And my mother always taught me, Teresa, you got to practice the 3 B's when you do speeches. It's to be quick, be gone, and have fun, okay? So one of the things is that I really applaud a lot of the work that Governor Brown has been doing in opening the China office in Shanghai, representing our fine state of California. And this is going to help in terms of streamlining a lot of the business that we're doing, but also building a lot of trade and investment opportunities that would not have happened if it wasn't for Governor Brown and his office in terms of the Bay Area Council, which represents a lot of the Fortune 500 companies, and also the People's Republic of the Government of China, because it's important that we have establishment with so many Asian Americans based here in California, that we have that presence in China, because it strengthens the ties of the world's 8 and second largest economies of the world. And we're talking between China and U.S., we're talking both direction trade of close to $450 billion. And so that will continue to grow as we have established an office, and word is out they may even establish a second office as well in China. But you know what? Trade to me means we're creating jobs. We're creating jobs in our community. And I just congratulate everyone that's been involved with this establishing the office, because it's important for our community, it's important for the jobs. As I serve on the United States Department of Commerce's Industry Trade Advisory Council, and if that wasn't enough, they appointed me last year to be on the United States District Export Council. But the message here is that it's important that I work with all companies, all entrepreneurs, work with our community so that we can create more jobs. Because the one thing that happens is that going back and forth to DC, I'm representing the voices of our community, but it's important to be engaged and in turn and attend conferences like this, so you can hear what some of the experiences are. And some of you, we should have have roundtable talks to find out what else is going on in the industry, so I can be in tune to be able to express and voice the voices that are representing this area here back in Washington, D.C. But as I work with the governor's office, it's also important that I express it as well up there at the state level and also at the city and the local levels. I also serve on the Fremont City Council's, it's called the Economic Development Commission for the city of Fremont. And so I'm there to help be an ambassador for small businesses, even at the local levels of government. And so, but the bottom line here is that businesses are creating jobs, and especially in small businesses, they're creating jobs at a little faster rate. And so one of the big things is that I go back and forth and I get a chance to go to the Asian Pacific Economic Conferences and represent the United States. But the important thing is that we're also representing what is in the trade agreements and how to break down the trade barriers. That's why I'm doing this, is to help our community to be able to create more jobs. But through that, it's going to become cheaper over time to do trade and to do other opportunities that would not have happened if we did not have the trade agreements in place. And you're talking billions of dollars of the different things that have happened. And so just recently, we have Japan has just joined in on the latest trade agreement, which is the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement that is probably we've read a lot about in terms of bringing, from so many different countries together from the Pacific Rim to make that happen. And so that's one of the things that is so important because 95% of our world's consumers live outside of the United States. And we've got to reach the consumers that are outside the United States because we know that we have the largest Facebook users. There are close to 700 million outside the United States. And a lot of them don't even have computers, as you know. They have the cell phones. That's why we're here, because over time our laptops and our desktops are not going to be the same way anymore. They'll be junk piled, and we have our mobile phone because we're going all over the place, taking our business and doing transactions. It's already happening. So, it's also a proud record that Silicon Valley has continued, despite the most economic challenging times, that we've still been a track record of achievement, innovation, and value creation. And that's because of all of you right here doing what you're doing and the best of what you're doing, because America looks to all of you. China, the world looks to all of us coming out of Silicon Valley. What is the latest and the greatest? And you guys inspire us to inspire everyone else. You touch everyone's lives as you do this. And so in taking that, you take the risk to start the business. You go out and sustain it. You understand how to understand the markets, what is the latest and greatest, because you're the innovators and the technology startups. And the impact of the Asian American entrepreneurs has been very much significant in this area. And we know that today, with 1 million Asian American entrepreneurs, they've generated close to $300 billion in sales, providing more than 2 million jobs here in Silicon Valley. That's what's so important about all this and what's happening. You don't get it that easily. And you get it because you know how to make it, because you made it survive. And you made it through trial and error and perseverance. And I applaud you all for doing that. I have worked personally in Silicon Valley for 20 years with some of the big firms as the Symantec, the Salesforce, working also in the semiconductor industry, the Lam Research, the KLA. And those type of things, I understand the process of what happens in trying to get a product out, the challenges that happen, how you got to protect the intellectual properties that you are establishing in your products. The other part of it is closely being able to work with all the developers, all the engineers. I come from having engineering background. When I graduated from Northwestern, I became the first African American, Native American Indian, and Hispanic female in the nation with a degree in nuclear engineering. And so you're talking with someone that has been there and is working along with you, that you have a partner in this technical field. Also, one of the other things is that I'm getting ready to start a new job next week, and they told me to make sure I mention this. So I got taken away from another company, going to another one, but it's part of the innovation because I'm going to be working at 24-Hour Fitness, and they need help in establishing the IT department and the procurement because they're a little ways behind. So I'm going to bring them up to the cloud because everybody's happy in the cloud, right? But the other aspect of it is that, they need a lot of things because when you're working out, we're going to be training the champions. You guys are all the champions. We're also train the Olympians because we're getting ready for the Summer Olympics in Brazil. But one of the big things with 24-Hour Fitness is they now want to do international. That's why they brought me on, to help do international sourcing, make things happen. But also is to help our community make things happen because all the things that you're doing, don't forget to work out, stay fit, stay healthy, because you can do more, right? If you don't have your health, you won't be able to achieve the next results. So we want to make sure everybody's out there. And if we don't have a 24-Hour Fitness near you, Don't worry, we're working on getting a one closer to you, okay? So, but just know that you have a friend that understands the challenges, understands being a part of Silicon Valley, but also is not afraid to speak. Because I've had some, I was appointed by Gary Lark, who was our first Chinese American United States Commerce Secretary. Okay, he's now our ambassador to China. Okay, so I see him from time to time in Washington D.C. And one of the important things is that you have a friend that's here, but also linked at the local level, the state level, and the federal level. So the other importance is that that's why I'm running for California State Assembly in 2014 to help be the voice, to be the support that we need to have, and the champion that's not afraid to ask the right questions, but also get all of you engaged in some way how to make that happen. And so that will be something that is a new journey for me, but I look forward to working with each and every one of you, because one of the things that happens is that you cannot do anything by yourself. And I also serve with Ohlone College, where we do have a campus located down in Suzhou, China. It's about an hour and a half south of Shanghai. And we are promoting being the number 2 in the state of California for student successes. That means all the students that are graduating from Ohlone College, which is located in Fremont, Newark, and Union City. It's also the college that is then promoting that the students have international programs, okay? The other part of it is we're also emphasizing a lot of the STEM, the science and technology and math that is occurring. The other aspect of it is that we're also ranked number 5 among all California community colleges. So you can also think of Ohlone College as another way to get some retooling and new skills, new certifications. But in wrapping up, so you see that between education, you don't get there to if you have business, because you can't make good business decisions if you don't have the proper education. So it's all the circle of life. So one of the things is the bottom line, it's a win-win for everyone. In conclusion, I always look to the quote that's by President Kennedy that talks about with the nation's eyes upon him in 1964, President Kennedy once said, no matter how talented an individual may be, no matter how much energy you may possess, and regardless of how much integrity and honesty he or she may have, if that person is alone and does it by themselves, they accomplish very little. That's why I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We could do that, sure.
Is Commerce doing anything to level the playing field in hiring between California and the other states?
That's really not our area of the hiring. That's more of a, it's a mixed, okay, between what state of California is happening and what the federal government will support. And so I probably would like to defer and talk to you and see what other things that are penetrating your question there, to have a little bit more conversation. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Congratulations on being the first woman from Northwestern University. I have a lot of professor friends there in management school and so on. Congratulations. What geography of the world do you cover?
Well, right now with the Department of Commerce, we cover everything in terms
Whole
of
globe,
offices.
or
We
the
have
whole world?
offices around the world.
Wow.
And some of you may not know, if you're entrepreneurs looking to get more assistance from the federal government, as long as you're a U.S. citizen right now,
Yeah.
you can provide, there's United States commercial offices, and they provide free services. If you have a product and you want to know where to sell it and it's most likely to be successful in the country, you can certainly go and go to the local office, which covers San Jose. There's a San Jose office, and they would cover matching the buyers and the sellers for free.
Yeah, because my company, like other people who probably have companies here, we want to export from USA, not import into USA. So we can create trade
They do
surplus.
both ways.
Yeah. No, I know, I understand that, but
Yeah.
we want to create money here, and so do we come to you for assistance? For example, I have large requirements, I want to sell
Yes.
from American companies into, other parts of the world.
Yes,
Do we
you
come
can
to you?
see me. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I will.
And I'll be hanging around for a little
Thank you.
while here in the back. But thank you so much.
Again, thank you so much for such inspiring information to share with us and impressive background. But thank you very much also for sticking around. So to move the, please give a round of applause for Teresa.